Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent making his way to the ring from Austin, Texas. He is the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He is the Lone Star, Dustin Rhodes.
All through standing in line, the clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want. I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs, and a bathroom I can play baseball with, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me. What you mean? I need a credit card that's got no limit, and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet. I want a new tour bus full of old guitars. I'm a star. Somewhere between Shan and James Dean is fine for me. I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I need to cut my hair. All right!
Yeah! How dare you stupid people of Gainesville to cheer a moron like this over me! Hey, all you people that couldn't afford the seats down there, you sure got a lot to say. I'm sorry I can't hear your boos, you're too far away. What did you say? You said I suck, right? Well, look at you. Look at you two. You couldn't do anything to me. You see, Gainesville? Tonight, I'm giving you guys a gift. You all need a bunch of toothbrushes, maybe some toothpaste, especially you. I can smell your breath from here, pal. But I'm going to give you your main event first. And frankly, I'm surprised because I really thought I was going to get a count-out win because I heard you left. I heard you were gone. I heard once you figured out that you were wrestling the king of old school, you were out of here. But Dustin Rhodes, you are a disgrace to not only professional wrestling, but you're a disgrace to your father. That's right, boo him. You see, your father considers me more of a son than he ever considered you. Little do you people remember, you didn't even know what Dusty Rhodes' name was until Steve Corino made him. Dusty Rhodes was just a fat old man until Steve Corino. Hey, back up. You know this is true. Dusty Rhodes was just a has-been and never will be, and never would be, until he stepped in the ring with the king of old school. So let's put a little wager on tonight's match there, Dustin. Since your father's going into that Hall of Fame, I have a microphone, you know you can hear me. Don't be stupid. Tonight, in this crap hole called Gainesville, if I defeat you, Dustin, which I will, wow, that's so 2002. No, it's not. I just did my hair today, dummy. So Dustin, tonight when I defeat you, I'm going to be the one inducting your dad in the Hall of Fame. And then the American Dream will finally bow down to the king of old school.
And the opening bell sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another UWF live event DVD release. The date is Friday night, March the 2nd, 2007. We are at the historic Georgia Mountain Center in Gainesville, Georgia. Brad Stutz and Jeff Harris calling the action, and Jeff, Hermie Sadler has done it again. Another dream match to kick things off here in Gainesville.
Oh, with these fans here in Gainesville, they were not expecting this kind of match to kick off the event here in Gainesville at the Georgia Mountain Centers. Steve Corino against Dustin Rhodes, and we just heard Steve Corino talk about as much junk as anybody could about Dusty Rhodes and how that he was nothing but a has-been until Steve Corino got a hold of him. He has a point, Brad. I mean, he did sort of resurrect Dusty's career in ECW. And Corino said he would never make it to the Hall of Fame if it wasn't for the King of Old School.
Well, maybe the validity of Corino's points notwithstanding, I do not think that Dustin Rhodes is quite going to see it that way. The Lone Star, Dustin Rhodes, making his UWF debut, a last-minute addition here by Hermie Sadler. Bit of a surprise for the fans here in Gainesville as he is taking up for the family name, as it were. I think you said Gainesville was #1, Jeff Harris.
Steve Corino taking his time. He doesn't want to rush. He doesn't rush anything when he's in the ring. He's very methodical in the ring, very deliberate. He's sporting a Takawa Mori haircut tonight, channeling the AWA World Championship here tonight, trying to hoping that'll help put him over on Dustin.
But not the Hashimoto pants.
I was surprised, you know, when I talked to Steve last month, he was sporting the Hashimoto pants.
Those pudgy legs are glaring in the lights here in Gainesville.
He said he was going to keep wearing those pants. He really liked them, and all the Japanese wrestlers in 01 Max liked them. His tribute to Hashimoto, but he's got the trunks back on. I mean, I don't know whether he's more serious tonight, or he's going to have to be serious, though, against Dustin.
Collar and elbow. Dustin takes that side headlock. Well, father and son have had their well-publicized quarrels over the years, but nevertheless, Dustin takes the family name very seriously as he takes Corino down twice and a third time, and the Lone Star just bulls his way right over the King of Old School.
Corino just landed right on the floor here in the Georgia Mountain Center. A beautiful arena. You talk about history, Brad. You said it. This is a historical building. So many massive, incredible matches have happened in this building, including Harley Race winning back the NWA World Heavyweight Championship from Tommy Rich. We've had Clash of Champions here, Brad?
Yes, historic actually, for the fact that it was the night that a young Scott Steiner took, at the time, the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair to the limit on a live Clash of Champions in this very building. And tonight, Scott Steiner returns to the Georgia Mountain Center in our main event to see who is the biggest star here in the UWF in 2007. So a historic venue not only for wrestling, but also for Scott Steiner specifically.
Shut up, kid!
Corino with a nice knee right to the midsection. Now he's following up with some really stiff jabs. Oh, he's doing a Dusty Rhodes imitation. Dustin cuts him off with some punches of his own. Here's the original big elbow. The bionic elbow sent Corino down.
Dustin shows him how it's done. Corino in the corner does not want any more of the Lone Star, who has mounted the second turnbuckle. And a 10th one rocks the Trouble King, the King of Old School, the King of Kings, the King of Beers. And speaking of the King, it's a Harley Race high knee.
And just like that, Steve Corino is back in control of this match. Hold on, Brad. He's undoing the wrist tape, clearly using the referee to shield it. Now he's choking Dustin with that tape. And all the fans here in Gainesville trying to tell the referee what's going on.
Referee Clint Stevens making his UWF debut. I'm not sure precisely how much experience he has in the ring wars, but he definitely fell for that diversionary tactic by Corino, hook, line, and sinker.
Now Corino's got his boot right in the throat of Dustin, using the ropes to add pressure right to the throat, cutting off that wind. And you're talking about changing the momentum of a match, using that tape, using his boot. He's really got Dustin hurting right now, taking away all his wind.
I can't imagine a scenario in which Dustin would want to quit this thing, though, as it is a one-time only occasion. Hermie Sadler knew of the grudge between the Rhodes family and Steve Corino, offered Dustin a one-shot deal to come to the UWF and confront Steve Corino. Dustin cashed in that opportunity tonight in Gainesville, and I cannot imagine someone that we have seen beaten with baseball bats by Roddy Piper, that we have seen driven through any kind of substance imaginable. He was tossed over in porta potties by Steve Austin. I can't imagine someone that has been through as much as Dustin Rhodes wanting to quit in a fight for the family name.
And Dustin getting some energy now. He's fighting back with some punches to the midsection. Gonna try to whip Corino into the ropes reversed. Corino looks like he's going for an abdominal stretch.
Oh, use the referee to his advantage. Corino, like it or not, a tremendous, smart, veteran wrestling hold, or maneuver rather, from Corino. The veteran uses the referee to leverage himself and get the hold, and he's checking the oil, Jeff Harris.
Brad, we've seen this from Steve Corino before. It is a, you know, you're not going to believe this, Brad, but I'm telling you, I'm honest. I was studying the Yoshiaki Fujiwara shoot fighting handbook, and it does exist. And one of the tactics that Fujiwara teaches is this move right here, Brad, if you can believe it or not.
I've never really done a significant amount of research on the breaching of another man's anal cavity, so I will take your word for it, Jeff Harris.
Now, Fujiwara, he teaches to use it. He teaches to use it to get a man out of the turtle position when he's on all fours and you can't flip him. You use it to flip him over with. Steve Corino using it for something extra. Hold on. Dustin able to block that thumb. And now the thumb right in Corino's mouth.
It comes back to haunt Corino again. Dustin drops down and a right hook to the jaw of the king of old school. Clothesline from the Lone Star, another one. Dustin Rhodes, just another one of the world-traveled, world-class competitors that Hermie Sadler is bringing to the hometown.
Hold on, Brad. He's trying to get Corino up in a move that he made famous under another persona when he was Gold Dust.
We could see some shattered dreams. No, again, Corino using this rookie referee to his advantage. STO. Corino scored with the STO. Woo, near fall.
That was 2 9/10 from Corino after the STO sent Dustin to the mat. I'm telling you, I thought it was over with.
I don't want to speculate too much as we see Corino hits the ropes, probably going for that big lariat, got nothing. But I think Corino, Bulldog! And Dustin Rhodes has beaten the king of old school and upheld the Rhodes name here in Gainesville.
The man that will try to keep this in control, Mr. Brian Hebner. First off, making his way to the ring from Philadelphia, weighing in at 239 pounds. He is a member of the Extreme Horsemen. He is the king of old school. He is Steve Corino. And his opponent from Austin, Texas. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall. He weighs in at 250 pounds. He's the Lone Star, Dustin Rhodes.
Well, Jeff Harris, it is time to wage war here at Prince George. Steve Corino once again taking on the Lone Star, Dustin Rhodes. This time, though, it just might get chaotic, even more so than usual when Steve Corino is around.
Well, Corino is definitely playing some mind games here tonight in Prince George. He's dressed out in an outfit that he normally only wore in Japan at 01 Max when he tagged up with Yoshi, who restyled himself as Y2P. And they formed a tag team where they wore pink and they had pink in their hair. And, you know, it might have worked over in Japan, but here in Virginia, you're wearing pink with a big heart on your butt. And I don't think you get the same reaction from the fans here in Virginia.
I'm pretty sure that the greatest Japanese wrestler who ever lived, Kikutaro, got in on that with the pink one night as well. Collar and elbow starts it off as the Rhodes-Corino feud continues here in Virginia. Last month, I believe we were in Gainesville when Steve Corino said,
"Oh, Brad, we're getting a little gold dust." I think Dustin's upset about Steve wearing that pink, trying to out unique him.
That's going to be a tough one. Dustin's a pretty strange dude. He was back last month in Gainesville. Corino said not only was he going to beat Dustin Rhodes, he was going to take Dustin's spot and induct Dustin's father into the Hall of Fame. Neither one of those prophecies came true, so tonight, Corino is looking to avenge himself. He cannot hide outside the ring tonight, however.
He's got the action all the way to the entrance area right now.
Covering the entrance area as falls count anywhere, I'm told, in the state or the Commonwealth of Virginia tonight.
Well, we could go all over. I just don't want to get too far away from Buffalo Wild Wings where we got the after party tonight.
Are your new friends that you made from Buxton Bikini Magazine or whatever it is going to be there?
Biker Bikini Magazine. And of course they'll be the Bikini Dream Team.
It looks Buxton to me, sir.
The Bikini Dream Team's going to hang out with us tonight, Brad.
Do they need a job?
I'm sure they're quite good at some of the jobs.
Dustin going to send Corino back into the ring. That's the best thing that he can do for Corino at this point, because this one could very easily turn into a more brutal than usual Falls Count Anywhere match, as we got nothing but pavement out here.
Oh, Brad, and now Dustin's searching up under the ring, looking for something, you know, seeing what the ring crew left him hanging around, and he's found a metal trash can. I tell you, I'm glad we don't have to do anything with that ring crew. They leave stuff everywhere.
Oh, trash can on the skull of the king of old school, the king of kings, the king of men, the king of beers, Steve Corino, the king of pink tonight.
He is the king of pink tonight. Dustin getting ready to drop that metal trash can. Oh, but Corino with a forearm right in the groin sends Dustin down.
How often have we talked about how crafty and sneaky Corino is? STO! He wants to put this thing away quick. I dare say that Corino does not want to find chunks of his skull on the asphalt tonight. He wants to get this thing early, quick, and in the ring, Jeff Harris.
Maybe he can get in there and get one of those helmets out of the merchandise. Oh, man. He could get a helmet out of the merchandise section here at the Colonial Harley-Davidson. That might help him out if he was to hit the asphalt.
Or he could run Dustin over in one of the bikes. Get Colby in the sidecar.
Corino has definitely got a plan here. He's working on the left leg of Dustin. He hit him with that metal trash can earlier. Now he's dropping some big kicks to it. I don't know, Brad. That pink, it just doesn't do it for me, Brad.
It shimmers in the night light is what it does.
I like gold. I like the gold. Oh, we got a backslide. 1, 2, and a 2.5. Referee Brian Hebner right there to call the action. Trying to keep it straight. There goes Dustin, going to roll out. Try to catch his wind after Corino's put together a nice series of offensive moves.
Corino almost looks like an out-of-shape Hart brother. Like not Brett or Owen, but like somebody that hasn't really wrestled since Stampede. Like Wayne or Ross.
I was thinking about Jim Neidhart after about a case of beer.
It's not the beer you have to worry about with Neidhart, sir. Corino looks to be grating against the face of the Lone Star Dustin Rhodes, who is going out into the crowd.
There goes the night light stand, just about went down. Dustin hit it. We're going to brawl all through the parking lot because falls count anywhere. The fans in the cheap seats are getting an ultimate experience right now.
Watch out, camera coming through, camera.
Forgive us if we have trouble following Corino and Rhodes.
You know, it's tough to follow the action in a three-piece suit or a bikini, and that's what our two camera people are dressed in tonight.
Hopefully that bikini girl doesn't end up out in this crowd. We'll never see her again. Be me and you at the after party, Jeff Harris. What a catastrophe that would be.
Hey, man, go get that hair finish cut.
Corino looks to have the upper hand on Rhodes at this point. Eddie E.R. Rich doing a great job trying to stay with the action as best he can. Even though he looks like he should be going out with Sinatra and Dino after the show, he's still doing a great job for us tonight.
Oh, I think they're working their way back closer to the ring. They just came over the barrier.
Corino is definitely seeking some refuge in the ring, hoping to at least.
And Steve Corino Pink is now back in the ring. Dustin winding up off the ropes, but a sleeper hold from Corino.
Say whatever you want. Great wrestling from Corino, slowing the pace down. We're going to put it back in the ring, go back to a wrestling hold. It becomes exceptionally hard to get hit in the head with objects when your opponent is unconscious.
Hey, shut up, little girl!
Corino taking him down to the mat. This is putting him in a huge advantage where he can use his body weight even more, and especially when you put it on the second rope, you can choke a man out quickly.
Well, fans getting on Corino and getting on Brian Hebner a little bit. We're not in a situation tonight where Corino could be disqualified. So quite frankly, he can use the ropes liberally.
And he's doing it again. Dustin in a lot of trouble.
I think if anything, maybe Brian Hebner just trying to keep him honest in this one. But the ropes, Jeff Harris, are in play, and this no disqualification, falls count anywhere bout, in theory.
Corino got that sleeper hold. He's really working it tight. Dustin Dustin is so close to going out. I don't see much movement.
You're scared! You're scared! Oh my God, you're a midget! Oh my God, you're a midget!
Corino jaw-jacking with everyone in sight.
Brian Hebner going to check the arms of Dustin, and we got a drop. There's one.
He seems pretty confident he's going to get Dustin on this third drop.
No, Dustin getting that burst of adrenaline from the fans.
The Lone Star stays alive.
Trying to get up to his feet, and he does. It's going to give him an opportunity to break loose. Corino hitting the ropes. Oh, big clothesline of Dustin, and another one.
Dustin trying to shake off the effects of that sleeper. Doing a good job of mounting a string of offense.
Speaking of mounting, Dustin mounts the second rope, gonna drop some punches right on the head of Steve Corino. The fans here in Prince George counting them off.
Brian Hebner trying to get Dustin up off the ropes.
Hold on, Brad.
We've got Steve Corino's in the ropes, but C.W. Anderson is on the apron. Corino is in a place he does not want to be right now.
Oh! Oh, Brad, oh!
The face of C.W. Anderson below the belt of Steve Corino.
And CW just about cost Corino the match, but he ended up saving it for him by putting his foot on the rope, and now Dustin is going to pull him up and interject himself.
A big right hook. But it creates a momentary distraction for Corino. Hits the ropes. Got nothing. Power slam from Dustin Rhodes. Hooks him tight. And no, it was that close.
Everybody in Prince George thought that was a 3 count. Everyone but Brian Hebner, who waved it off and said it was 2 9/10.
He's got the best vision of anybody.
Hold on.
Buster!
Corino with the cover. No! And Dustin, I'll tell you, these fans, they thought for sure that C.W. Anderson had stolen the match for Steve Corino, but Dustin was able to kick out.
Dustin escapes the spine buster. The Extreme Horsemen trying to work together now. Clothesline for CW.
Corino, wait a minute, he dug down in his boot into his knee pad. He's got something in his hand, Brad. A roll of coins.
Roll of coins upside the head of Dustin Rhodes. Anything goes, and that does it.
The king of old school, Steve Corino.
Corino avenges his loss to Dustin Rhodes as the Extreme Horsemen steal one here in Virginia.
Let's hear it for Mitch Williams. Just here we are giving each other a second. You know what? I've waited a long, long time for this moment right now. I've got one thing to say to you, okay? One thing. On behalf of Philadelphia and Joe Carter's home run, you got one coming for me, boy.
Oh, and what a way to start the match. Dustin Rhodes getting ready to give Mitch Williams, the former relief pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies that blew the World Series for this city, is going to give him one big punch for the whole city. And Corino stopped it from happening, Brad. We got a bull rope match. I don't know if we're even going to get a bull rope match. It's just going to be a fight.
Corino presently dragging Dustin Rhodes all over the arena here. There have been a number of incredible brawls all over this particular building, and Corino and his new running buddy take the Lone Star down in the aisleway.
When you talk about rekindling a feud, Dusty Rhodes and Steve Corino have feuded in this building before, and now Steve Corino going to pick it back up with his son in this same building. Bull rope match, and look at that crimson mask Dustin has so quick into this bout.
The cowbell burst the head of Dustin Rhodes wide open, and Corino stuck his fingers in the wound, was ripping at the forehead of Dustin Rhodes. Corino is dominating the Lone Star thus far. The legendary Earl Hebner trying to maintain some semblance of control, making Corino latch on the bull rope.
Talk about first, Brad. The first bull rope match I ever heard of in a six-sided ring. You got to tap all six sides to win this match.
Corino is up to 3 and did not get to 4 as Dustin inverted atomic drop. Drops Corino, covers up, and gets drilled right in the old school family jewels.
Corino trying to get away, but there's no escape with that bull rope. They're tied together now. Dustin's going to try to drag him back outside. Wait a minute, chair going into the ring. No disqualifications in this match. Just picked up the bell. Oh, the bell ringer into the cowbell. And I think he rang something else with that, Brad.
A rough night already for the king of old school, the Trouble King, the king of men, the king of beers, the king of the buffet line, Steve Corino. The man of many titles.
Corino wants nothing more than to beat Dustin Rhodes here in that bull rope match in Philadelphia.
These Philly fans are calling for Corino's head. His reputation in this building speaks for itself. Into the chair.
Brought out Mitch Williams with him. I mean, you know, it's like Corino wanted to piss off everybody in Philadelphia, Brad.
I cannot imagine Corino wanting to piss off anyone under any circumstance.
Well, we got Dustin with that chair. He's putting it in the corner. We saw that earlier tonight. It can turn into a very dangerous weapon.
Corino, a former multiple-time world champion.
Face first right into it, Brad.
Those world championship skills do not help you against a chair, against an inanimate object like that.
Dustin's going to bring that chair back again. Need to check Corino. He hit that metal. He could have split his head open as well at this point. And he did, Brad. Look,
You can see the gash glistening under these ring lights. It's on Corino's head.
Brad, Dustin looks like he's got a plan here, wrapping that rope around the pole.
Hog time.
He can't move. He went to punch him. He couldn't do it. Right into the pole, into that metal chair again. And I'm telling you what, it split him open again.
Corino now has got 2 wounds in the top of his head, possibly a third. The cowbell met the chair, which met the skull.
Well, to win this match, you got to incapacitate your opponent long enough to make it all the way around the 6 sides. Dustin's going to try to do it. Has he stunned Corino enough to make a lap around this ring? He's halfway there, Brad. Wait a minute, Mitch Williams coming in the ring. What's he doing? He just knocked Dustin down.
It's hardcore rules tonight in Philly. Earl Hebner, under normal circumstances, I gotta think would have called for a DQ, but quite frankly, not much shy of guns or knives would cause a premature end to this one.
Corino gonna take his chance to go around. Wait a minute, Dustin just tagged. He's following him, Brad. He's tagging him too.
Dustin has obviously seen enough of the bull rope matches to know
who's going to get that last corner. Corino just shy of it.
Crafty strategy. Bulldog!
And Dustin taps the 6th corner to pick up the win in the bull rope match.
Dustin Rhodes, the student of the bull rope matches, borrows the strategy from his old man, and behind Corino's back, connected with enough of the turnbuckles that he just needed 1 more to pick up the win. And despite the blood loss and the violence of this bull rope match, the Lone Star comes out the winner. Both men look downright gruesome at this point.